Welcome back to the wonderful digs here at League Unlock. Eric and Mark here, and Cloud9 has been shrouded in mystery, criticism, just a lot of anger surrounding the team since they benched the likes of Sneaky, Jensen, and Smoothie. But now you're kind of seeing it affect their results. After an 0-2 week in Week 2 of the NALCS, they are last, tied with FlyQuest for last in the 2018 Summer Split. So begs the question, when do they bring these guys back? Do they bring these guys back? And I mean, what do they do going forward? Because the Academy guys had sizable leads in both games against Golden Guardians and 100 Thieves in Week 2, but didn't come away with one.
And it's such an interesting situation going on here with Cloud9, because when you look at exactly who these players are that are benched, it's a tough situation knowing that Jensen has proven himself in the NALCS to be at least a second, first, third rate mid laner. And when you're talking about the other guys as well, Sneaky's been here for so long. Smoothie has been one of the best performing supports over the last few splits. And so their performances in the past can't be, undone here. But when you're looking exactly at what's going on with this current C9 roster, GoldenGlue has done well for himself, and Zazel as a support has done fine. He hasn't looked bad per se, but when you're talking about Keith, and I don't mean to be rude here,
he's looked bad.
Keith's been bad. Keith has been almost awful when it comes to late game, and it's just a complete liability for this team here at this moment. And it's just something that I don't think would be happening if you had someone like Sneaky in that position. I feel like you could be a lot more confident in, and especially when you do talk about these three guys that are benched, Jensen, Sneaky, and Smoothie, all of them are some of the best team fighting players in the LCS no matter what. And I think that is, again, something that we've seen in these late games going on, and where they're losing these leads that they have, they're simply unable to come out of these team fights ahead.
So Reaper kind of made a post today talking about why he made the decision. Obviously, there's been a lot of backlash, but I feel like not a lot of questions were actually answered. He kind of wrapped it up by saying they're going to be making changes, but does that just mean working harder and trying new strategies with the current roster, or are they going to be promoting Sneaky and Jensen? Obviously, we'll see in the upcoming weeks in the Academy and LCS stages, but maybe they're waiting till after Rift Rivals when they have that extra week to maybe bring the LCS guys back. I've got to assume they're coming back at some point. Otherwise, clearly, C9's main goal isn't making worlds.
Yeah, I would certainly be walking away from that type of prediction now. But when you're looking at C9 and this situation, I really hope that they do make some changes here coming up. And again, it's hard to say, because when you do look at the performances of the players, Zazel's been okay, and GoldenGlue has actually looked better than I think GoldenGlue has ever looked before on the LCS stage. He's really contributing. But at the same point in time, I think the change does need to be made. Jensen has been spending his time practicing in solo queue and really spamming the queue there. So I really think that these changes should be made for Cloud9 to hopefully try and salvage something here in this season.
Is there any way, I didn't think I'd ever say this, is there any way that these guys leave Cloud9? I know people are already making rumors about super teams being formed, but is there any chance they'd actually leave such a storied organization like Cloud9?
It's a possibility. I doubt it, given the contract situations that they do have, but it is worth noting that, C9 is certainly not an organization that is going to, try to hold back players due to these contracts. If there's a better situation out there for them, or an equal opportunity for them, they would most likely let them go for that. So I don't think that would be the issue, but I still don't see these players leaving C9.
I mean, you got to feel like they've been a little spurned by the team getting demoted to this Academy roster. I know you've seen the likes of Jensen and Sneaky are not thrilled with the result. We haven't really heard much from Smoothie in terms of how he feels about the whole move. But, I mean, Jensen has clearly been working his butt off, and he has been dominating the Academy League. As you'd expect a player like Jensen to do, he should completely demolish that league. But I would be surprised if these guys left Cloud9, but maybe they feel like they deserve better.
It's possible. Anything can happen here. And hey, if they did leave, imagine them going to something like Echo Fox, creating a super roster there.
That would be amazing.
Whoa, that could be deadly.
Throw Dardoch and Huni in there. That would be pretty. That could be a team that should win the North American LCS. But that's all the time today for League Unlock. Eric and Mark here. Thank you guys very much for watching.